My name is Sue Kay, and I've been in interior design for 33 years. I absolutely love what I do. I've done business, industrial, commercial, as well as residential. Residential is my favorite by far. I'm for sure working with older properties, whether it's farmhouses or cottages, is certainly one of my areas that is my most favorite. And that's mostly because I love working with history, working with old trim and doors and things that are really a big part of the personality of a home. What I love about this type of project is the amount of care that goes into reviving things, whether it's special pieces of trim, a special door hardware, that type of thing, but still working with a lot of the modern amenities that need to be here in order for, a modern day family to function in what would have been for a completely different lifestyle. So what's great is the balance of getting something that works well for today, but really respecting the history and working with the elements that are here and showing them to their very best. One of the areas where you'll really see the contrast of sort of modern day amenities with traditional setting are kitchens and bathrooms. So for instance, in this home, in the master ensuite, we have a beautiful floor standing tub, but as opposed to the traditional clawfoot tub that would have made cleaning underneath the tub and that sort of thing a little bit more difficult, we've gone with a tub that drops right to the floor just to make the ease of everyday cleaning really nice. And another area that you're going to see where they've gone to a lot of extent to replicate the look that traditionally would have been on a house like this is in the double hung windows that you will see throughout the house. There are certain windows that are picture windows with stained glass above them, but the working windows are the double hung or single hung that would have been done traditionally in a farmhouse like this. And I love the function of them. They're great for summer night breezes and really don't impede the look of the house. It isn't multi-glazed, which is nice. I think all in all, a lot of care has been taken to retrofit these windows in order to preserve all of the trim work. So in both of the bathrooms, we've gone to some trouble to make sure that you have good task lighting as well as nice ambient lighting, which is really nice when you've got something like a freestanding tub that you can get really nice soft ambient light in there for a nice romantic night. And yet at the same time, in this very same bathroom, you've got two types of above vanity lighting and also through the mirror area, which is really going to impact how much light gets reflected into that area, and is fantastic, as I say, for task type of things, for shaving, putting on your makeup in the morning. It's really going to be well lit. And one of the things that I love about this house is the front entryway and stairway. The newel post is absolutely massive. You won't see this type of thing, certainly not in a new home, and rarely is it preserved in a house of this age. And it's in impeccable condition. One of the things that I love about the staircase is the rise and run. Oftentimes you won't see as lazy a nice walk up a staircase as you will get in this house, and the double staircase featuring back to the kitchen, also a wonderful traditional feature. But what's nice is in the front hallway, it's a nice large staircase. It's nice and wide, and the newel post is significant, and it easily accesses both the back part of the house and to upstairs. So one of the areas where we've really sort of compromised a little bit of that restoration aspect and played up a little bit more of what today's needs are is in the pot lighting in our kitchen, great room, eating area. Traditionally, these areas wouldn't have been linked, but in today's lifestyle, we really kind of need them to be in order to function. And so that area we went through and did extensive pot lighting that is separately switched, so you can still create an ambiance in one room, and of course they're all on dimmers, and you'll easily be able to control the area that is being used either as an entertainment area or a task area for the kitchen. It's really, I think, been beneficial to address the lighting in this way. So one of the things that you don't often get in an older home is large principal areas. One of the real benefits of this house is that it has a really nice big front room that you could use, could have a multi-use really depending on what your lifestyle needs are, You could either use it as quite a large dining area, or it could become a secondary eating area. Certainly the kitchen dining great room area is big enough for a family to be eating in. So if you wanted to make that a secondary great room, it certainly can be done as that. But the areas are big, including that front foyer area, and the kitchen will be substantial, particularly with the addition of a significant mudroom, laundry room area, which is, I think, really fantastic because it keeps a lot of the daily mess away from the kitchen, which is so open to that great room, and you can really do a lot of your car unloading and that sort of thing. It's certainly big enough for a big family, particularly one that might be quite an outdoors family because there's so much storage and a huge pantry in that area. So really a wonderful house from the standpoint of an active family life. My all-time favorite in a farmhouse is the traditional stone foundation. It's really shown that it was drawn from the land, and the area that we've chosen to really highlight that here is in the basement. And what's nice is the basement floor is all brand spanking new, so you know that you're not going to have any issues in the basement whatsoever. So having some exposure to lots of people that have done renovations in either farmhouses or old cottages, it's really rare to find an investor or an owner that wants to go to the amount of trouble that has been done in this house in order to preserve so many things: doors, trim, door hardware, flooring. There's been the staircase. I mean, the list goes on and on of how much care and detail has been done on the house, including the reconstruction of a beautiful second floor porch and a lot of detailing on the exterior that, you know, in many cases is just torn away. And what's really lovely is they've concentrated on creating a color scheme that is really historical. So a lot of historical reference and respect for this house for sure. The interior fixed elements that we've used throughout the house are really neutral and something that can work with either a gray-based color scheme or off-whites to beiges. Very, very flexible. When you're investing in a house like this, you don't want to think of ever having to rip something out again. So you do want it to have some historical reference to the time period of the house, which we have really done in our fixed elements, as well as respecting the things that are here already. And then as far as the color scheme, it's really very workable. Most people will be able to work into these colors with their furnishings and be able to accessorize quite easily around them. One of the really big bonus features of this house has been the additional loft on the third story. It has so many design potentials and fantastic western exposure. So your sunsets are just going to be absolutely beautiful as you look over the fields. It will be just so breathtaking. And it really has the potential to be anything you want. Most people will be considering a family entertainment type area for that, but it easily could be an office as well. Your billiard table could even go up there. But it really is a fantastic bonus area and is there to finish however you like. Just enjoy that view.